Hey folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Not and Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to help me add another really cool card to my unlimited set. I found it, folks, I found it. You see it here, the Birds of Paradise. We have a classified near mint one, and I bought this at 3-for-1 trading in Austria, where I do buy most of my high-end cards, if not all of them, because they are very trustworthy and very nice to deal with when it comes to those high-end cards. We're going to have a look at the card if it's really near mint, but in general, it's a card I really have been looking for quite a while. The Birds of Paradise Unlimited Beta Alpha are not that easy to find. The revised one's okay, not too cheap anymore neither, but the unlimited one is pretty expensive. I might add the price to the thumbnail and the name of the video. I will see if I'm up for that, otherwise I will tell you later. I paid a lot for this one, actually more than I would like to pay, but as it is one of the last cards of the 5 different colors I'm still missing for my unlimited set, I am, overpaying willingly a bit. And I don't even know if I overpaid that much. We'll see. Got my sleeves here. I got my black light here. We're going to check it out. I already checked it out a little bit. But before we open the binder, I quickly want to say, I know old cards might not be the talk of the day. And I've just recently added 20 unlimited cards to the binder during my advent calendar leading up to Christmas. I had an advent calendar which contained 24 cards, and 20 of them were unlimited and 4 were Antiquities Artist Proof. So if you're sick of it, yeah, I hope you're not, honestly, because it's always great to add another card to your collection. Might it be a more recent card or an old card in this case. We also reached the 2,000 subscribers. It's been like 2 weeks already, so that was kind of awesome. I'm still very happy about that. So this is a little gift to myself for the 2,000 subscribers. But in general, I hope you can celebrate a little bit with me, and I hope you can be happy for me a little bit, because that's what collecting is about as well, being happy for others sometimes. So let's check out the card. There will be, by the way, I have to plan it in, but there will be a celebration live stream, a big one. I'm gonna make those 2K. I didn't think I will reach them that soon or at all or whatever. But yeah, it took a very long time in general, but I'm very happy I actually reached the 2K. Washed my hands. I normally handle my cards without any gloves, but with clean hands. So we should be good with that. We're gonna have a look at the card itself. Oh, it already comes out of the inner sleeve. Oh, there's another sleeve in there. Okay, that's good. So, all right. Let me know in the comments where you buy your high-end cards. I mean, 3-for-1 trading is a very good place to buy your cards, because they, first of all, have a good inventory, and second of all, they do have fair prices, not too high, but of course not too cheap neither, and they have a good service when it comes to having a problem or whatever. So yeah, they are kind of good guys in that way. I had one problem with a shipment that I did with them from Card Market, where they didn't really put sleeves on some of the cards, and there were some alpha cards in there, and they were around 10 bucks. So okay, fair enough. It's not the most high-end card there is, but still, alpha cards for 10 bucks is fair price. I would have expected sleeves, but that's a different conversation. Again, overall, I'm still ordering with them. I was a bit pissed about that, and I was a bit pissed with the answer, like, hey, we get like 1,000 orders a week, so we can't have a look at everything. Yeah, but please send my cards with sleeves, folks. And this one is actually triple sleeved, as you saw. Let's have a look at it first, without even taking the black light into account. Yeah, the front looks extremely clean. So I indeed consider this mint. And finding this one in mint condition is super rare, I guess. Because first of all, it took me a while to find it at all. I would have been happy with a light plate condition as well. Second of all, oh yes, no, surface is perfect. The only thing I see already is a little bit of edge wear here. A little bit. Yeah, it's super difficult to find, but in mint condition, it's very difficult to find anyways, because it's a card that has been played a lot. Yeah, that corner I wouldn't consider mint neither, but I think if you would grade this, you probably would get a 9 or 9.5, which for an unlimited card is pretty nice. No, it's a very clean card. So for my purposes, it's definitely okay. I hope you can see the black light because I got the blinds open, but you can, I guess, yeah. And the black light often reveals like hidden nicks or dings or like inking, of course. No, that looks pretty good. The corners a little bit here, but really minor. Maybe this would even get like a 9.5 for sure. You never know. Maybe even some subgrades a 10. Like just the corners a 9.5, that you would be able to get a 10. No, it probably would not get a 10 when it comes to centering, of course. So maybe centering 9, centering maybe a 9, corners 9.5, surface might even be a 10. That would be nice. Yeah. So you never know. I might get a good grade. Not that I'm going to grade it. I'm going to put it in the binder. What I normally do as well, which I will do right away too, and I will do the red dot check a little later once I got it back in the sleeve. But what I do normally is just, and you can see it probably, yeah, you can see it a little bit, right? But if it's not dark enough, yeah, you can see it a little bit. It has to have a certain way of letting through the light, and that looks very good to me. And of course you can feel it as well. Definitely feels like a real magic card, and I never received anything bad from 3-for-1 trading when it comes to like this looks like a weird sleeve. Oh no, that's just the air trap in there, I guess. When I always use new sleeves, by the way, to put the cards in. Because I think that's very important, because you never know if, especially with cards that are of higher value. And I know an inner sleeve sometimes is considered a bit problematic for the card, but as you can see, I have chosen the KMC's. I don't have the outer packaging anymore, but it's KMC's perfect fit, and they are a little wider, but still a great inner sleeve, but it slides in super easily and it doesn't damage the card, in my opinion. So I rather have it like sealed airtight, more or less. Oh yes, this is very nice. And as you can see up here, there's a little bit of room for the corners, so you can't even damage the corners, and not really the edges neither, because there's nice room in there. But normally you should do like penny sleeves, because they are a little bigger and the card goes in really well. But yeah, I think I'm good like this. I have stored cards like this with a little bit of wider sleeves, inner sleeves and outer sleeves, and got a 10 for them still. So when grading, so we should be good. And to protect this one well is very important for me, because again, addition to the collection that I've been looking for quite a while. And then you see the Dragon Shields. I always use Dragon Shield Black Matte for my cards, for all my cards. I actually buy these in like displays, or yeah, it's not a booster box, but it's kind of a display packaging with 10 of these in there for like 70, 80 bucks a piece, because normally if you buy a little more, you get a little discount, and then you get like one pack with 10 packs of 100 sleeves for around, yeah, let's say 70 to 100 bucks, depending on the current market value. Or the current price of sleeves in general. Let's put this one in here very carefully. Yes, get the trap there out a little bit. Not applying any pressure. And this is the final card that goes into my collection. I have paid $400 for this, folks. And again, I might use this in the thumbnail as well. Not to get a lot of views, but I think it's always a bit funny to have a little bit of edgy thumbnails or titles or whatever. It is what it is. For me, clickbait doesn't work anyways, because the channel is way too small and I get accused of it often, and I normally don't do it, so it's a bit weird, but it is, yeah, how some people see it if you say something like this. I guess it works a bit, though. Summon Mana Birds is very cool, of course, and wonderful artwork by Mark Poole. And I think one of the most iconic Magic the Gathering cards there is, in my opinion. It definitely is one I played a lot back in the day. The mana helps to play different colors, of course. That together with dual lands. Then it also, of course, adds a mana to the mana pool and gives you kind of a round. So if you play the first round Birds of Paradise with, I don't know, a Bayou, and then second round you can already play a Hypnotic Spectre even without a Dark Ritual. Or with a Dark Ritual you are even 3 steps ahead more. So that's good stuff. Always good. The Runaway Elves and Birds of Paradise were very important parts of the decks back in the day. I remember playing this with like green, white, and then playing Urnham Djinn in like the 3rd round. That you had Urnham Djinn, I think, is 4/5, a 4/5 creature on the table in the 3rd round. That were good decks. And then 4th round you played like Armageddon, and yeah, you maybe even had a Mox, which was allowed back then. And yeah, opponent loses all their lands, and you got a bird and a Mox, and you still can play stuff, and you have a land you kept on your hand because you knew you were going to play the Armageddon. We called that deck Erniegeddon deck. And yeah, it was a very important part of that deck. The Birds of Paradise were a very important part of that deck. So we're going to add this to the collection, folks. And I know we had a good discussion about the reserve list and these kind of things in the last video, and what is considered reserve list, and if we maybe have added a new kind of card to the reserve list, or several new cards to the reserve list. But this is a different video a little bit, because this is definitely not a reserve list card. This is a card you love. This is a card you collect. You can get Birds of Paradise for a couple of bucks probably. I think I got a play set of birds from a recent set, because I don't have all my old Birds of Paradise anymore. Maybe a revised or 2 somewhere. But you can get these for a couple of bucks. But this you pay $400 for, because of the condition and because of the age of the set it is from. And nobody loves these old cards anymore, and Rudy's talking about it and everybody. So we got the boxes going up, we got the serialized cards going up, but these old cards, nobody's actually wanting them at the moment, and that's okay. That gives me the opportunity to find a card like this if it comes to market, and you still pay a high price for this. And you might get it cheaper somewhere, like 50 euros cheaper, 70 euros cheaper. I don't know. I'm not even sure. I had a look on Card Market as well. But it's really difficult to find. It was really difficult to find. So when I saw this at 3-for-1 trading, I just, yeah, pulled the trigger pretty quickly without thinking too much about it. Lovely card. This is the place where it's going to go, and that means that's another page complete in the Unlimited set, which is crazy, folks. We're actually making very good progress here. I'm, yeah, I think I only miss like 2 cards of the 5 different colors. Let's put it in here just to see. Yes. Isn't that lovely, folks? Oh, that looks a bit weird with a OCD, so now it's a little bit more leveled. I think from the 5 colors, this was one of the last few cards I was missing. Let's have a look. I know in the beginning, let's just, this is all filled, which is very nice. Of course, very cool. filled. Yes, here. The anime debt is still missing, but I got a good lead on that from a good friend of the channel. So we might be able to add that in March. That's the next time I see that person. I know the Time Twister is beta, but it is what it is. I only have the beta one, and I was able to get the beta one for roughly the price of an unlimited one. So I'm not an idiot. I rather add the beta one, and I want to get an unlimited one day. But for now, I think it's a good replacement. So we got the anime that. All these pages are complete now. Completed some of them during the advent calendar, so over the course of last December. So this page is complete as well. Here's a really weird card missing, which is the life lace, but it is what it is, folks. I just haven't gotten one yet, which is kind of weird. And that is actually, that's 2 cards of the 5 colors I'm still missing. The anime dead, which I'm probably getting very soon, and the life lace. So wow. So we got this one very, very complete until the artifacts, of which some are kind of difficult to get, of course. So I'm missing pretty much like 3-4 cards per double page. No, 4-5 cards per double page. Yeah, 5 here. That's 10. And I do miss a few of the dual lands and 2 planes. So that's 10, 12, 4, that's 16, that's 18 cards missing for the unlimited set. That's crazy, folks. So let's go back to the birds and just admire them one last time. Again, folks, I know this may not be the talk of the day. It makes me happy, and it's my fucking channel. So I hope you at least enjoy it a little bit as well. And I know many of you do. And in the end, it is what it is. There's a lot of sorcery news coming up over the next couple of days because I am co-organizing a tournament in March. So if you're interested more in that than in Magic, then you're probably not around anymore after a long Magic the Gathering video. But if you're interested in both, then be aware that there are a couple of videos coming about that. And I'm going to announce the live stream. I'm going to put in the live stream, the celebration live stream pretty soon. And I might do some giveaways there as well as a thank you for the community. If you are in the mood to support the channel, there is a channel membership and there is a Patreon. And yeah, that support is used for the channel only. So mainly equipment, like camera, microphone, these kind of things. But also like trips to film content, trips to go to do interviews, these kind of things as well. So yeah, I don't say this a lot, but it becomes more and more apparent, unfortunately, that help and support is really, really appreciated. It's always appreciated, but it becomes more apparent that it's really, really needed as well. And not because I can buy cards like this then. I normally sell other parts of my collection to finance these kind of things. So it's not that you're going to pay for like a certain card or whatever. It's really like to keep the channel going and to support the logistics of the channel. Again, I don't say this too often, but I thought it would be a good moment in a video like this to address it. Thanks a lot to all my current YouTube channel members and Patreons, and of course to all my subscribers. 2K, crazy. I'm honestly thrilled and very happy about reaching that number because it gives a little bit of confirmation. I normally don't care too much about subscribers, but it gives a little bit of confirmation about the effort you're putting into a channel like this, which is a lot, believe me. It's hours and hours and hours a week. I think I almost spend as much hours on the channel a week as I do on my actual work, which is crazy. Considering I don't really get anything out of it except for the pleasure of making these videos and communicating with you. And of course, everybody who comments and hits the like button is super valuable as well, because that pushes the videos and that supports the channel immensely too. Folks, stay healthy, stay frosty. Leave me a comment if you liked the addition to the collection and what your latest addition to your collection was. It can be any card, I am very curious. Or something else entirely, like a poster or comic or something other Magic the Gathering related or trading card game related. Thanks a lot for listening, folks. I talk to you next time. Bye bye.